Mike McLaughlin right with them with that pack will be the next car in view.
You see Mike Wallace here in the green and black car coming out of the corner. Just a second ago, he was fighting for the lead. Now he's fighting for his life, and he's out of tires. It's been reported that even if they have a caution, he has no more tires left.
Now, let's mention the strategy of Dennis Setzer has backfired. They stayed out on the track hoping to get those tires late, but he has gone a lap down, staying out for this whole green flag run on worn tires.
That's the whole deal with the tires, Mike. You sit on a set hoping for a caution late, you don't get it, and it makes you look real bad.
Phil Parsons has moved away from that pack. Glenn had a chance to ask Phil yesterday, kind of summed up the feelings of a lot of the Busch drivers when Glenn asked him, are you glad that the tire war of last year is over?
The thing I like about it is you know you're on a level playing field. I mean, now I ran Hoosiers last year some, and they had a very good tire on occasion, and there were races. I mean, here at Richmond last fall, I mean, they would run good for a while, but they would go away, probably twice as fast as Goodyear. So we had to make 2 unscheduled pit stops under green. So that took us completely out of contention. There were 2 or 3 other races that we had the same thing that completely took us out of contention. So, I mean, basically we wasted our time being there. But now we know that we've got the same tires as the guy next door, the guy leading the race or whatever. So, if his tires last 75 laps, then ours should too. If they don't, then we need to work on the car to make sure that they do.
But today the question is when you put those tires on. Dennis Setzer's in the pit right now getting tires under green. 29-second stop.
Yeah, he lost him. He was almost ready to go a lap down, big go a lap down, and then he lost another 2 hits. So those 4 tires cost him 2 laps.
Back up front, Johnny Benson and Kenny Wallace. Is Wallace running as hard as he can, or is he just kind of looking in, watching, and waiting? We'll come back and find out after this. Kirk Shelverdine spun all by himself in the front straightaway, grabbed a gear and got going, no caution. Then up in turn number 4, L.W. Miller spun again. John Tanner came in and spun again, and everybody took evasive action.
Well, in defense of L.W., his car is down on, I don't know, 4 or 5 cylinders, whatever it's on. He can't run fast enough to get out of the way. And people run up into the corner behind him, and they expect him to go, and he don't do it, and they tag him and turn him around.
Good point. Let's check with Glenn.
Well, guys, right before that caution come out, Mike Wallace and his crew had decided to pit on lap 200. Well, the caution came out right 1 lap before that. So now they can't change any more tires under caution. They've used up their allotment. They were going to change under green. So as soon as the race goes green again, Mike Wallace will bring the number 90 in for a 4-tire stop. As you said a while ago, that strategy backfired on Dennis Setzer. They pitted right before that caution, lost another lap. So not a good day for them. But Wallace might still be able to make it work, even though he's out of tires to change under caution.
No, that's it, Glenn. One thing you can't plan is when those cautions are going to fall.
Darrell, we need to talk about that. If he comes down pit road and they get the green flag, he's nearly going to be a lap down. All he can hope for is a caution pretty quick so he can close back up on the lead cars.
Yeah, but he's a lot better off now than he was, because he was more than a lap, more than a straightaway behind, and he would have definitely gone a lap down in the distance. And now he's going to come out either right in front of the leaders or right behind with 4 tires. He ought to be able to get that lap back if he gets another caution.
Now, you know who just got tires? Randy Porter had saved a set of tires.
Well, that might be some trouble
48
for a lot of these people.
We'll see. Hood up on Kevin LePage.
I bet the people at home wonder what's the deal with the tires? Why you got all these, all they talk about is tires.
Well, that's it. And of course you don't wear them out, but in most conditions new tires are faster than the ones you've had on the car, so if you can change, you've got to.
Yeah, well, the deal is the whole idea behind the tires is trying to save these guys money. If you let them have all the tires they want, every time we had a caution you'd get 4 tires, and they'd use 40 tires today.
They're holding Jeff Fuller at turn 3. He had passed the leader after going past the start-finish line, so they'll put him in his proper order. He is the highest running rookie in the race and has just went a lap down before that caution came out. In fact, on the lap that caution came out. Bill Dance Outdoors will air here at 3:30, 1/2 hour later than its usual time due to the Hardee's Frisco 250 starting a little late. So tune in today at 3:30 Eastern, and right after Bill Dance, NHRA Today features drag racing excitement from Houston. That'll be at 4 p.m. right here on TNN Motorsports. 204 laps are complete, 46 to go. Now Randy Porter's just been back in and out of the pits again. Let's go to Randy.
Well, I'll tell you what, nobody in this race currently right now has more experience than Terry Labonte. He's currently sitting third. The bottom line is the crew came over and said, save those tires. I did go down to Kenny Wallace's pit, asked them if they could go the distance. They said it would be awfully close. So I'm speculating there's a possibility that Terry Labonte could try and go the distance. So we're going to see whose tires last right now. And Terry is certainly sitting there perched for a victory here.
All right, they're straightening out the restart lineup. NASCAR is judging that Kenny Wallace had come to the flag ahead of Johnny Benson.
Well, he definitely beat him back to the flag, and now NASCAR has to sort this out. And that's not a very popular thing when you're in the lead and they get back in the second.
No, because it's a break for Kenny, because Kenny's been trying to pass him for the last 30 laps. So that racing back to the flag paid off that time. It was a little hairy looking coming off 4 here.
There'll be no restart. They're having trouble getting cars lined up. The lead lap cars start on the inside. And apparently there's still a bit of miscommunication on the Jeff Fuller car. Fuller thought he should be on the inside row on the lead lap. And as we recounted, on the race back to the flag, Kenny Wallace got past him. So now he moves to the outside lane. He should be the first car a lap down, but he's a little further back than that. So we'll get set for the restart next time by.
Tommy Houston's up to 4th, and that car looks awfully fast.
Let's show you that race back to the flag and where that confusion ensued. There's L.W. Miller.
Boy, this is, look at that 16, or no, is that the 6th?
The red
Wow.
car.
He just barely made it. Here they come off a corner, diving and darting. And they went right under my TV. I can't see them under there.
That was that first pack after the incident rather than the leader. All right, ready for the restart. Can Kenny Wallace make it 2 in a row here at Richmond? Can Johnny Benson post his first win of the year?
Spotters hauling on the radio, and the crew choose 2s. Buff those tires off and get ready to go. And that's exactly what Kenny was ready.
Kenny Wallace jumps out to a 2-car length lead as they roll into turn 1.
Wow, he didn't turn very well. Benson slows down to about 2 cars now.
Almost slapped the wall coming out of turn 2.
That's mostly built up from riding around under caution.
Terry Labonte down to the inside on Dennis Setzer. Remember, Setzer is laps down.
Yeah, but you know, I thought he would be somebody to deal with because he's got those 4 tires. But he really is struggling a little bit right there.
Mike Wallace will make his pit stop under green. You can take on as many tires as you want under green. Here's Glenn.
He'll only take 2, I'm sure, because he got to get in and out.
Glenn?
Well, I talked to Barry Owen about that, Darrell, and he told me that they were going to take 4. And then he asked me, he said, what would you do? I said, man, that's why I quit driving. I don't have to think about things like that. But they are going to put on 4. He didn't feel like the 2 would do the job. The left sides were pretty well worn out. Pretty good pit stop so far. A little bit of trouble on the left rear right now, but they got that done. He's down and away. We'll see what he can do from here.
Going to lose a lap and a half, Glenn.
Yeah,
He'll
going to
lose
be 2 laps.
Yeah, here they come. That's the lead cars coming in turn 1. They'll put him down 2 laps.
I think I'd have got me 2 tires and got out there and saved that 1 lap. Glenn, tell him to call me next time, will you?
40 laps to go.
Well, there's good tires. You see Dennis Setzer. He just took on tires just a second ago. He's trying to make up a few laps there, but he's pretty far behind right now.
Well, really, 1 lap down. If he can get back by Kenny here, he'd be 1 lap down, and 1 lap down ain't too bad.
Now he's 3 down now.
Oh,
Bring
is
it
he?
back to 2 laps down.
Yeah.
Remember, because he got lapped on the racetrack. Came in and got tires under green, which cost him 2 more.
That's right, he got lapped on the track.
Look, he looks like, though, he has 2 motors in this car. That's what good traction does. When you get a good grip off the corner, that's how you look.
Yeah, see,
Folks, now you'll see what new tires mean.
it's always interesting to me how one guy will come in and get tires, and they'll make such a big deal out about him cutting through the traffic the way he is.
Yeah.
He's only 1 second faster. So the best thing to do is get out of his way.
Now, among the lead cars are cars on the lead lap, and now there are 11 of them. Randy Porter got tires because he started way deep in the field, so he has not been able to come up through and work on these leaders. Past winners of this race, how are they doing today? Kenny Wallace leading, Tommy Houston in 4th, Mark Martin, Morgan Shepherd in the garage.
I can't say enough about Tommy Houston today. I think it's the best run he's had in a long, long time.
4th place. Ooh, Jason Keller's car looked like it jumped out of gear. Backed up a whole pack there and then got going again. Guess he's okay. He's the 7th place car. 11 cars on the lead lap. Kenny Wallace, Johnny Benson, Terry Labonte, Tommy Houston, Phil Parsons, Mike McLaughlin, Jason Keller, Bobby Dotter. Randy Porter is on the lead lap. And so is Stevie Reeves, who we've not seen much of today, and Elton Sawyer. L.W. Miller again. Down at the head end of pit road entering turn 4. Now last time he spun there, he could not get restarted. He needed a push.
Well, this will be a break for Setzer to make up one of those laps. That's why you keep running all day long. You can't give up. I've seen drivers make up 3, 4, 5 laps and win.
Caution is out.
Now Benson and the 8 car are fighting over who's going to lead again.
All right, 35 laps to go here in Richmond. We'll be right back. Is 2 laps back from Brother Kenny on this restart. Mike Wallace with fresh tires is now 1 lap down.
You can hear those two now. Mike's calling, tell him to let me go, and Kenny saying, let him go, tell him to go on.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of problems right behind him there. Johnny Benson's closed in on Kenny Wallace now, trying to wrestle away the lead here. Not a lot of time left. Somebody's got to show a little muscle here pretty quick.
I believe Terry, don't forget about me, Labonte is still.
Yes. 30 laps to go. Here's Labonte dropping to the inside on Johnny Benson. Benson doesn't give him a lot of room, just enough.
Well, that wasn't enough. He kind of closed that hole back up again when he didn't make that move, getting in the corner.
Terry's one of those guys, you might do that to him one time, but I wouldn't consistently do that.
11 cars on the lead lap here with 30 to go.
Well, boy, these first 3, you're kind of overlooking Tommy Houston moving in there. He's sitting right there in 4th place, and he's actually closing in on the lead group.
Yeah, Tommy, I believe Tommy got tires later than the front 3 did. I think he came in a bit later on than the front 3 did.
Kind of single file through the first 6 cars on the racetrack. Then they'll double up just a bit.
Darrell, when you're running side by side like that, how much time do you actually give up? I know the cars running single file around here are faster. How much do you think it takes off? A couple of tenths?
Yeah, about 3 tenths, buddy, because you just can't let the car do what it wants. You got to overdrive the car to keep it down low, and the guy on the outside's got to be real tentative, not to get up too high or not to get into you. It breaks your concentration, really.
Boy, big pack here. Jeff Fuller and that Sunoco number 47 got real loose coming out of turn number 4 as the tires start to go away. And David Green got back a spot from him. Now there's Bobby Dotter on the lead lap, 08. And 48, Randy Porter. Fighting along, trying to get up and challenge. Then a Setzer moves on by. Game of Hold'em going on right here, as in hold on. Now here's Porter. We got those fresh tires, but it looks like he had to restart so far back in the pack. They did not do him as much good as he would have hoped.
No, that's the downside to coming in and getting them late like this. Track position gets to be a problem too.
David Green, 1 lap down, 12th place, leading that pack right there. And Curtis Markham. Markham's only a lap down, so it's a good fight among the rookies for rookie of the race here.
David has just done an incredible job of keeping that car in contention on ever how many cylinders he's got. I think that's amazing.
See Dennis Setzer there making it 3 wide coming out of the corner. That's fresher tires, not fresh tires, fresher.
But again, he was so far back that it's just really not going to do him any good. Plus the time he lost getting them.
Pretty impressive watching him come up, though. But boy, I tell you, unless you ever go through that one time, when you have on old tires, it's just like you're on ice almost. When you go in the corner, the car don't stay down where you want it. You step in the gas, it slides off the corner.
Second place battle. Johnny Benson, the Lipton T number 74. The base Motorsports entry, Terry Labonte, the MW Windows number 14.
I believe it's going to take a little something special from Benson or Labonte to deal with Kenny. So Kenny's car seems to stay real consistent, and He actually puts a little distance between them after they run a while.